Hi everyone, do you enjoy breakfast in bed? Well, on this episode of the Marc Atiyolil Show, we're going to show you how to take that old breakfast tray of yours and turn it into a designer dream.
Taken this old wicker tray.
Yep.
It was a little, used and abused, and we're going to give some new life to it.
It looked a little rough. So what you want to do is we basically just put a nice coat of paint on it. Mm-hmm. You prime it, then you paint it. You can paint it up to, you can do one coat or two coats depending on the look that you want. We kind of like this kind of roughed up look that you actually see the wicker under it.
Exactly, a little bit of that natural undertone with it.
Yeah.
But the white just kind of, boom, brightened it up a bit.
It really did. And we want to add a little splash of color. So we find that it's getting there, but it still needs that splash of color. Mm-hmm. So what we did is we're going to use a little bit of scrapbook paper. We're going to use an old board that we basically just cut in the dimension of the tray.
The tray, the wicker itself was a little unsteady, and you don't want put tray on the bed and all of a sudden coffee's all over Mom.
Yeah, it's like, here, Mom, I'm just going to burn you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's. But you know what? It's not just for Mother's Day. I think that this could even be built as just a fun project with the family and just have it available, even a romantic gesture.
As well, this works great as a craft table if you're comfortable in your chair. You've got a place to put your supplies. It really has a lot of multifunctional uses.
Yeah. So some of the other supplies we need is double-sided tape. We also need a silver leafing pen and some scissors.
Yeah, and we picked our scrapbook paper from a variety of different patterns.
Yeah.
Do what suits your fancy. That's the beauty of this project.
Yeah, and the other thing that you're also going to need is once the project is all done, I would suggest also having a glass cut in a dimension and have it set right in here, just in case you spill coffee or you spill juice. You don't have to change your scrapbook paper.
Exactly.
So first step is what we did is we had this board cut, and then just so it fits into here. So what you want to do is you want to grab a measuring tape, and then you want to basically just grab a saw and just
and what's
cut
great,
it
we
in
used
place.
this out of some leftover plywood that we had.
Yeah, it's very this is all leftovers, right? It doesn't have to be expensive. If you're not experienced with a saw, I do suggest that you ask your local hardware store to cut it for you. Just bring the dimensions, say what you need, and they'll take care of it for you.
Absolutely.
The other thing is for the scrapbook paper. So we're basically all we did is we then took our piece of wood. Now that we know it's the right size, right?
Yeah.
And we want to refinish it with our scrapbook paper. So what we did is we set it onto our scrapbook paper and just cut it in place again.
It's the perfect fit then.
Yeah, very simple. And then what we want to do is put double-sided tape to adhere it to the... So then we're just going to measure it a little bit here.
And I'll do the cutting.
Okay, so cut there, right on the edge.
Perfect.
Okay. And then we'll do this side as well.
And the double-sided tape, again, it's one of our favorite things to use with our projects. It creates a really, really nice finish, and you're not dealing with glue and a mess.
And if you don't have double-sided tape, you could use a number of different things as well. You could use even a glue gun. You could use regular glue, like school glue.
Stick.
Yeah. There's a number of other things. So then just cut it right here.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so we're just gonna...
And with the double-sided tape, the backing just peels right off.
That's right.
And it goes on very smoothly.
And then you just have to peel and peel like that.
Perfect.
And do this one. Peel it here.
And what the nice thing is with the scrapbook paper, I love that it's double-sided, so you're not it gives you even more options.
Yeah, it gives you that versatility of, you have, and they're all within the same color scheme. So I know that these colors also work into this. So sometimes I'll actually buy more scrapbook paper than what I need, and then I'll have it for other accessories that I'm building for that room.
Absolutely.
So then I just want to set it right onto there. Right onto the wood here.
All of a sudden, it's a brand new look to it.
Yeah. So then this is basically creates that color, that splash of color in that very neutral.
And if you
setting.
want, you can fasten it more permanently to the tray. You could use hot glue, different things like that. We're just placing it in for today.
I love just placing it in simply because it already has the bottom here. So I know I won't be knocking it over.
Yeah.
But the other thing is I can easily take it out.
And
if the
change
kids,
it.
you know, spilled something on, I can take it out and I can just restart it again.
Or if you're changing the color scheme in your room or seasonally, you can change the
We
paper
love
on
to
there
change
as well.
things seasonally here. I think it's just, you know, having more of a winter theme, a spring theme, a summer. If you bring it to the cottage, you can have more of a, like the cottage feel to it. So it's kind of, has that versatility
It
to
does.
it.
It's beautiful.
We're going to grab a leafing pen. So we love using leafing pens just because they're literally paint in a pen.
They're wonderful.
They're wonderful, you know, so I don't have to be that guy that can, you know, paint a Mona Lisa to actually do this. I can just be the simple guy that, you know, just take a little pen and then just dab on here and there.
Exactly, and depending on the shape of your tray, ours has the wire detailing around it, and that's what we're actually going to do with this leafing pen.
And any type of pen, you also want to make sure you shake well, so we're just going to shake it. And then here, basically what you want to do is I like to just add a little bit of details here. So you want to create, there used to be chrome here, so it's just like a, almost like a chicken wire look. So I just want to,
And we're covering this with the leafing pen. You know, you have so many other options. You could actually take a complementary color piece of scrapbook paper and cut your pieces to fit that, stick them on there. You have so many different ways to do this.
Yeah.
The leafing pen gives it a nice little pop of shimmer, of metallic. It's really nice.
I love the mixing metallics with neutrals and pops of colors. That's very much my thing. So that's why I chose the leafing pen. But again, like I think that's a really great idea. If you want to have a piece of scrapbook paper here or leftover wallpaper or anything along those lines can...
Or even different appliques. I know with different scrapbooking supplies, you can get different tissue flowers, anything to stick on, you know. Go, if you're giving this as a present, maybe go with that person's tastes a little and
customize it.
have fun with it.
The biggest thing is customizing it. So as you can see, I have a little bit of chrome right here. I have my pop of color and I have my neutral, so everything ties in together.
And all of a sudden we've taken this old kind of beat up tray and it's beautiful and looks functional again.
I love this. I think this is something that is very chic and very trendy.
Absolutely.
And that's our episode of the Marc Atiyolil Show. We'll see you next time for more design and decor tips.